I am the president and CEO of Aurora CAD Training and Development. We develop CAD training material for both NX and CATIA, which are used by the major auto companies like Toyota, Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler. It's also used by Boeing, Pratt & Whitney, and a lot of major development. Our training material is unique in the fashion that a lot of training material that's developed nowadays is 100% online with no books whatsoever. So what's left out there is just a lot of online training. So what we develop are a lot of online books along with written material. We have over 48 book titles at this point on Amazon. We have probably a little over 10,000 pages of written material along with 50,000 slides of online material at this point. What our whole concept about training and teaching is very unique compared to a lot of other folks that do training and teaching. When folks develop training material and put together material for CAD and other systems and all that, they do a recipe style of training. Click this, pick this, do this, do this. What that training misses a lot of times is how the actual operator works at the end of the day. So when that person or individual goes back to do a job, or they go back to do their training, or go back to school, or go back to whatever they're working on, they really don't have an idea on how the operator actually functions or works. Our training, we go in and look at how the actual operator works and how it is applied. Then we take that and then we apply it to whatever we're doing. That way the operator and the person, user working on the system actually learns how the whole thing works or how the whole thing is applied. That way when they go back to a job and they go to put something together, they understand how the whole thing works. And that's how we write all of our training material. At this point, we have a unique partnership with the Society of Automotive Engineers, SAE International, where our testing standards that we've put together for our like NX designer bundles and all that, our test resides on their system. So somebody, when they've gone through our training and have gone through everything, they basically will get a certificate of achievement that says Aurora CAD Training and Development on it, but also SAE International. The way we put together training, the way we think of training is that it should be easily accessible to anybody. A lot of times you run into the training world, especially with CAD training, is that it's very expensive. And the problem is most people can't afford it out of their pocket. They can't just put it on a Visa card and just run with it. Our training bundles, which consist of over 2,600 pages of written material, 540 hours of online instruction, runs $1,995. With that in mind though, and we're looking at a lot of unemployed workers, years ago, back in January of 2007, we identified that you need to train a lot of people and get a lot of people's skill sets up to the point where they can keep their jobs. A lot of them didn't keep their jobs. So how do you make it accessible to everybody? How do you give that training to everybody so that it makes it accessible so that they can go ahead and do it? The CAD software that we're talking about starts at $30,000, goes up to $160,000 per license per computer system. Nobody can afford to put that at their house and just run it. So what we wanted to do was say, okay, how do we give this to the folks so that anybody off the street that needs to get retrained, or anybody off the street that basically needs to get their skills up, or they need to step up a level, or maybe even just learn CAD, how do we do that? Well, the way we do that is that we hook up with partners like Timbuktu, where we come in and say, listen, we'll work with you, we run classes here and all this, so that the unemployed person, or the person that has a family, and can't get a job, they can come to a place like Timbuktu and do the online stuff, learn the CAD from a location, then go home and read the books, do the online material. But come here, get instructed by an instructor, and do the hands-on on the computer type training. And so, and that also allows somebody that's unemployed that if they have kids, if they're home watching the kids and all that, what do you do with the kids? You can't go to class, you have to do something with those kids. Okay, so what this opportunity with Timbuktu allows us to do is allows us to have that individual come here for the training, but have the kids do other activities at Timbuktu, playing video games and all that kind of stuff, so that they don't dread coming here to daddy's class or mommy's class or something like that. So this gives them a very unique opportunity. It's not really done anywhere. They've tried it years ago and all that, but they've never done it like this, because in our opinion, in regards to teaching and learning and all that, the whole mindset of where you go to college for 4 years, then you get trained by your company and then you're done, that mindset has to go away. What we have to have the mindset of now is that you go through, you get your training and all that, you go to your job, but you still keep on updating your skills a little at a time. Okay, we're not talking about you go to classes for 8 or 16 weeks. You do it online a little at a time, YouTube style, little pieces at a time to keep your skills updated. And then as you're updating your skills and all that, it makes you more valuable at the workplace at the end of the day. So it makes it a lot nicer at the end of the day so that that individual person can keep their skills really high and maybe apply those to their job, and it makes it better for employers and for the employees at the end of the day to keep their job. And matter of fact, and what's kind of unique too, and back to the books, is that the younger generation don't like the books. Okay? The older generation, a lot of the guys in the workplace, love the books. Those books are no longer available. But what we've also done is really unique is that the younger generation, all that, they did not want to sit in front of the computer or sit there for hours listening to somebody talk when they can watch one of our training segments in a couple minutes, 15 minutes and all that, and understand how the whole thing works. It's that YouTube style mentality of, I want to see it done, bang, we do this, we go and do it, and we're all set and done. And that's what we've designed it for both parties, for everybody to work.